Where does season 2 take us versus season 1?
It picks up a year after the events of season 1 have occurred. In many ways, there are certain events that are kind of the catalyst for the season to kind of this jumping off point.
Harrington, right? I heard you used to run this school.
Each is kind of different for each character, but I think overall it takes us to a darker or more raw place for these characters, and it kind of peels back the layers of, I think, every character. You kind of get to see little bits and pieces that make all these characters feel more human this year.
I don't know. I felt it everywhere.
What do you think resonates with people about this show?
I think that's kind of, you know, well, you had a good explanation earlier about the...
Just all demographics. I think but it's like, when I'm watching it, I'm reminded of being a kid, and I'm reminded of going through my adolescent years.
These different stages of life, and I think it's this idea that there's kind of something there for
everyone.
In whatever stage they're at, you know, and you know, I also think it's fun. It's a fun world to live in, fun time period to live in.
Even if you're not from the 80s, I'm connecting through my parents, you know, having stories that are similar to, you know, those of the kids, of not having fences and not having to lock your front door and going out on your bikes. And you know, I only remember doing a handful of those things when I was a kid, because it wasn't as, you know, it was like, you've got to watch out, you know, this, that and the other.
Speaking of demographics, so I am a child of the 80s. You guys, I guess, more 90s, right? So what was your favorite thing about the 80s?
I think I said music before, but one thing I just thought about the movies is that they built the set, like it's not like it was special effects. Like the dude, the monster was just a guy in a suit. The sets where you were mentioning Temple of Doom.
The Temple of Doom set, that's exactly what I was
going to say. And that like the all that the Goonies, the underground and all those kind of things.
Just not relying so heavily on like, you know, the
which makes it feel
technology, you know.
Think about the movie E.T. and like just think about how I mean, I don't know. I think that like pop culture in the 80s, there are some like really touching things. And,
the clothes are pretty great too.
You mentioned sort of the nostalgia factor, and I wonder how important do you think that is right now? You know, with television, especially as a form of escapism.
It arcs back to a time when things were freer and easier. I'm not saying globally things were easier in the 80s.
But we didn't have this, like, you know, this constant
flow of
information.
We didn't have the attention span that's shortening. You know.
It's a lot more
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I just jumped in.
But it's interesting. That's a really good... we haven't really had that formulated in that kind of way, so it's good.